Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. Okay, I got two cameras going on here because StreamYard and Facebook just didn't want to work well together. They didn't want to play together in the sandbox. So I think here on StreamYard, I am broadcasting live inside of the private group Creator Calling with Denise Merriweather and on YouTube. And here on my phone, I am broadcasting live on the business page. So look, you guys, I worked it out to make it happen because I was determined that I was going to take a stand to be here live today. So, look, I'm so excited to be here with you. So, before we get into this conversation of knowing does not make a difference, come on, let's get the theme song going. Hey, hey, I'm live at 5. 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 Come on inside of the room. Okay, Sissy, I see that you are on the business page. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely share this video. I got the tech issues going on, but I was not going to allow it to stop me. So I see that someone here is inside of the private group or on YouTube. Definitely drop your name. Let me know who you are before we get into this conversation. Look, put this in the chat. Knowing does not make a difference. Put it in the chat. Knowing does not make a difference. My name is Denise Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. Okay, look, if you are out there and you are interested in building your business from the ground up, I want you to know that I'm your girl. And the Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program is where you need to be. So if you are interested in that, I just want to let you know, look, this weekend we have an amazing conversation that's happening at 10 o'clock a.m. Now, because I got these tech issues, I can't post these things inside of the chat. But what you can do, if you are interested in coming to hear about your complaints and how your complaints are costing you like big time. You may think that is no big deal, it's just a conversation. What I'm telling you is your conversation about these complaints that you have in your life, whether it's I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, I don't know enough, nobody chooses me, I don't get support, it's moving too slow, it's not moving fast enough, whatever it is, I want you to get that you need to get those complaints handled because yes, there is a payoff, but ultimately there's a cost way, 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 way more expensive than you could ever imagine. Okay. So look, let's get into this conversation about knowing doesn't matter. Knowing does not make a difference. Knowing does not make a difference. So there's so many things that we know in life, right? That we have built information around, we've studied, we've trained, we've done these different things because we think knowing information is going to make a difference. Put it in the chat. Knowing does not make a difference. But here's what I'm going to prove to you, like right now, right here in the spot. There's so many of us that know how to lose weight. Yes, yes. Hey, Tam, how you doing? Okay, so look, you know how to lose weight. Anybody out here know how to lose weight? Like you got the concept. You know how to make this happen. Is eat less, move more, go to sleep, drink water, eat clean. Like you know how to lose weight. I get that there may be some things that you could do that could be more beneficial than others, but you got it. Okay, LaShawn said me. Tam, do you know how to lose weight? Yes or no? Like, do you know how this works? Because see, this whole conversation is about knowing does not make a difference. I want you to get knowing does not make a difference. It just doesn't. And I'm proving it to you right now in this conversation that we're having about weight loss. Like, do you get that you may know how to lose weight, but we don't do what it takes to lose weight? Do you get that knowing doesn't make a difference? Everybody in agreement that knowing doesn't make a difference. I want you to just walk with me through this epiphany. I know that it's already hurting your heart because you're like, well, I don't want to agree with her, but knowing doesn't make a difference. Not even in the things that's important to you, not even in the things that matters to you, not even in the things that could potentially save your life, right? Some of us have health issues that we know we need to get this weight together. Hello? And we still don't do it. Why? Because knowing doesn't make a difference. Put it in the chat. Knowing doesn't make a difference. Okay. So let me just start building this out for you. And I know that I can't do this in this short period of time for you to gain all the concepts and all the thought process. That's why you just need to come and join me in one of my sessions, my class. You need to just build a relationship and get into this space and live in the world that I live in. So the very first thing is that I want to put on your radar screen when it comes to knowing things, and really it doesn't make a difference. My question to you is, are you cause in the matter of your life, or do you live at the effect of life? Okay, I'm gonna let that simmer. This is the question. This is number one. Are you causing the matter of your life, or are you at the effect of your life? So, what do you mean by that? So, what I mean is when you come up with this idea, or you know that it would be best for you to lose the weight, to go to the new place, to get the new job, to move, to go to another state, to build new relationships. When you know that this is something that would benefit you, remember, no one doesn't make a difference. So you can put that in the chat anytime you want. Okay. No one does not make a difference. But when you get that, are you cause in making those things happen? Or are you at the effect of waiting for someone else to do the work or to take the action or to make it happen for you? Or you allow life to happen to you instead of getting that life is for you? Do you understand that question? So, yes, I want you say yes, know how, right? Knowing how don't make a difference. The question on the table is, though, are you the cause of your life, or are you at the effect of your life? All right. And I just gave you the breakdown. See, being cause in a matter is you taking responsibility for whatever it is that you want to show up in your life and make it happen, excluding all the circumstances. Because remember, we talked about Monday, pulling it towards you, pull it towards you. Put that in the chat, pull it towards you. So, in order for you to be able to pull things towards you, remember, I told you need to be responsible, you need to grab it, you needed to implement. See, now we're talking about knowing what to do doesn't make a difference. Knowing it doesn't make a difference. So, how do you get out of this place of knowing a whole bunch of information and it not being or making a difference in your life? Because sometimes we get caught up in getting degrees and certifications and learning a whole bunch of stuff. But what I'm telling you is you can stop doing that. You can stop spending your time and your money learning a whole bunch of stuff, enrolling in a whole bunch of classes, being a forever learner. Put it in the chat, being a forever learner. You can stop. Because the whole thing is knowing doesn't make a difference. The question that's on the floor is, are you a cause in making these things happen? Meaning, do you take responsibility of making these things show up in your life, even when things or circumstances around you say that you can't have it or you can't achieve it or it's not meant for you? Are you the cause of making these things happen? I was talking to one of my sister friends from the radio station today, and we were talking about knowing what to do, knowing how to get things in motion, knowing how to get things to show up. But we won't make the phone calls. We won't call the people and ask them to invest in our business or to take us wherever it is we need to go, or to purchase the tickets to something that's coming up, or ask to borrow the money, or ask for them to invest in your business. Whatever it is, you know what it is, but you won't be causing the matter to make it show up, right? Even if it is releasing people and releasing things, because we're so concerned about looking good and being right and all these things, we won't release stuff that's not even serving us anymore. I have another client. She's doing amazing things. Like, she's just looking around her house. She's finding different things. She's actually asking the question, are you serving me or are you not serving me? And here's the thing. If it's not serving her, guess what she's doing? She's either selling it or giving it away. So my question is, are you caused in whatever it is that you want to see in your life, or are you allowing life to be at the effect of life, right? Whatever it is that's happening, you going with the flow, you're not doing anything. Okay, that's the question, because I cannot get you to grasp this in like 10, 15 minutes. We'll have to spend time together. Okay, pull it towards you. Oh, man. Okay, Tamu, I don't know how far behind you are in this lesson and how it's coming up on YouTube, because you are on YouTube, but you get the lesson when you get the lesson. I'm still here. Look. And I know we need to have a conversation, so we need to talk after this. I'm game on, Tamu. I got some time after this. All right, so listen. Number two, do you live in the real world, or do you live in the world of make-believe? That's another question. Question number two. See, no one doesn't make a difference. No one doesn't make a difference. This is all around the concept of knowing doesn't make a difference. So number two is, do you live in the world, in the real world, or do you live in the land of make-believe? Right? That's in the land of make-believe. Wasn't that a Mr. Rogers? Are you with Mr. Rogers? Are you in the land of make-believe, or are you living in the real world with the rest of us? Because see, some of these conversations that we have, even about the complaints that we have that we're going to talk about on Saturday, and I hope you've already registered. If not, you need to ask me to send you the link. Just say, send me the link. And if you haven't invited somebody, like if you're already registered from Landmark and you haven't invited somebody, you need to invite somebody and bring somebody with you, right? So do you live in the land of make-believe, or do you live in the real world? Because see, in the real world, it's actually where cause and the matter is, where you can actually make some things come up, where you can actually create as you're living, as you're going. See, if you're living in the land of make-believe, you actually listen to the thoughts and the stories that you make up in your head, and you live as though those things are true. It's just like fear, being afraid of certain things, right? This fear that we have of certain things, do you get that that's in the world, in the world of make-believe? Because a lot of things that we're afraid of is nowhere near us. It's not even happening. It's not happening right now. So it's just an idea that we have of something that may or may not come, which 90% or more of the time, it never happens. That's the world of make-believe. But even these stories that we have about ourselves, right? About not being enough and never being chosen and no one ever picking me and it's moving too slow. Do you get that everything is happening exactly the way that it is supposed to happen? And the more that you resist what's happening right now, the more it persists. Do you get that? Like, resistance is futile. Y'all think that's just a catchy phrase. I'm trying to tell y'all it's for real. Whatever it is that you are resisting in your life will continue to persist until you accept it the way that it is and the way that it isn't. Do you remember those things that I always would talk about when I first started my business, right? It's the ABCs. It's accept, believe, and commit to what it is that God has called you to do. You got to accept that the way that your life is right now is exactly the way that it's supposed to be. The more you look at it and say, I wish it was something else, or I wish that this didn't happen, do you get that you're not in a place where you can actually move forward or make a difference? Because see, no one, it don't make a difference. Put it in the chat. No one don't make a difference. So until you get to the place where you choose a particular thing that's in your life, you will not have power. The longer you stay in the land of make-believe, which is wishing that something was different than the way that it is right now, you will not be able to move forward. So my question on the table is, do you live in the real world the way that it is, the way that it isn't, or do you live in the land of make-believe, where you wishing and hoping that something was different than the way that it is? That is not where your power is. So knowing doesn't make a difference. Knowing doesn't make a difference. Put it in the chat. Timu, I hope you still here. I see 3 people here. I don't know if you're on YouTube or in the private group, but y'all need to say something to me. Okay, look. Number three. This is the finest things that I want to put on your mind, because see, knowing doesn't make a difference. Put it in the chat. No one don't make a difference. So you could go get all the knowledge, sit in all the classes, listen to all the great speakers, read the word, all the things. No one don't make a difference. Put it in the chat. No one doesn't make a difference. Okay, number 3. Are you a stand for what it is that you have created in your life with your mouth, with your words, right? Because that's where life is. That's where life exists. That's where you exist. You exist in word. Whatever it is that you say that you are, you create that in language. No one else can say who you are or who you are not. It's all based on who you create and how you occur for other people, right? When people say that you are strong and you're committed and you're dedicated and you're loyal and you're loving and you're kind, it's based on the way that they experience you. But the question is, did you create being kind, loving? Hey, Sister Estes, did you create that in yourself in order for that to show up? See, we like to coast through life. We like for things to work out by accident, right? And what I'm saying is that's at the effect of life. Remember when I asked you earlier, are you the cause or are you the effect, right? I got 2 streams going on, y'all, because Facebook and StreamYard didn't want to work with me. So y'all just bear with me for the looking back and forth. But I want to make sure that I'm serving everyone wherever you are at whatever location. So listen, are you a stand or are you easily waved? That's number 3. Are you a stand or are you easily waved? Can something happen in your life and it changes your whole mind, your whole trajectory of which way you was going, the direction you was going? Because see, here's the thing. I'm not talking about having to deviate or switch paths or change something to get to where you're going. Sometimes you need the detour. Sometimes there's a work a road on the road ahead, and you got to get it out. You got to move in a different direction. So that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, the ultimate goal to get the new thing, the house, to lose the weight, to build a business. Like, did you change your mind because of circumstance or situation, or are you standing in what it is that you created, that you're going to be a millionaire, that you're going to be able to leave a legacy for your children and your family, that you're going to be able to affect the world in the way that you believe God has called you to? Because see, circumstances and situations will happen, but are you a stand? That's the question. Are you a stand? Because I want you to get, knowing does not make a difference. You can know how to make a difference, but the question on the table is, are you going to stand to make a difference? Here it is. I'm going to give y'all a quick recap, because knowing don't make a difference. Knowing doesn't make a difference. Put it in the chat. So the first question that was on the floor, are you cause in the matter, or are you at the effect of life? Are you causing the matter of your life, or are you at the effect of life? Number 2 was, do you live in the real world, or do you live in the land with make-believe with Mr. Rogers? Do you allow your fears, the conversation about you being worthless or not knowing enough or not believing or whatever it is, whatever can knock you off of what God has assigned for you to do, and you not taking no action? Tell me what's happening. Do you live in the real world, or do you live in the land of make-believe, and you wish that life was different other than the way that it is? Because remember, anything that you resist persists. If you ever hear yourself saying that you wish something is not the way that it is, you're living in the world of make-believe with Mr. Rogers. But when you are at a place where you can accept and wrap your loving arms around whatever it is that's happening in your life, you're living in the real world. And that's where your power is. And that's when you can actually cause something else to happen. But as long as you stand in the place of wishing and hoping and praying that something was other than the way that it is, and not accepting the way that it is, you with Mr. Rogers. What's the name of the show? Is it Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? You with Mr. Rogers and the neighborhood. All right, that's all I'm saying. And then number 3, are you a stand for what it is that you've created in your life, or are you easily waved? Like, as soon as God have you speak something powerful about what you're going to create and what you're going to be able to do, regardless of what life circumstances look like, the situations that you face, the things that come up, the things that people say, the things that happen on your job or in your home or in your community, do you stand in what you know you believe he called and told you to do? Or are you easily waved because it looked too hard and like you ain't going to be able to do it, and this is not what I signed up for? See, my plan isn't clear enough, so I feel like I'm floated in the wind. No. Tam, your plan is great. It's super clear. I don't think it has changed since we started having conversation, which is, you want to create a house for women and young girls or families that have some form of struggle, right, in their life. That hasn't changed. Right? The name of the house hasn't changed. The way that you want to serve them hasn't changed. The way that you serve other people hasn't changed. You're not unclear. You're not unclear. And I would even say, you know what to do to make this happen. What is in the way, Tamu, is life circumstances and situation has you stopped. You have not become unstoppable to make this happen, because you think everything has to be done by you. And what I'm telling you is, really, none of it have to be done by you. Now sit with that. Sit with that, and we could talk right after this. None of it have to be done by you. See, it's all about the creation. Is whatever you create. If you create that this house and this the way that you want to serve and impact the world can be created, even if it's not by you, even if it's with somebody else's money, even if it's with somebody else's connections. If you get that, Tam, if you really get that and grab hold of it with all your heart, then it doesn't matter what's happening in your life. It doesn't matter the circumstances and the situations. The cause that God had placed in your heart, if your cause and a matter for that house coming, and you were unstoppable in making that house come, do you know you can have that house before the year out? I know. You want to fight? You want to fight, Sam? It's all right. We can fight after this. I'm good. I'm for it. I'm just saying, it's just dependent on the world that you live in. It's the possibilities that you create for yourself. What is it that you see? Because if you don't see it, Tam, you can't have it. You got to see it first. Then you got to speak it into existent creation. You got to speak it. You got to go to the people, the places that you know can make this happen, and you got to tell them what it is that you're standing for and what this community needs and what you want help in building. And do you know, I know that you can make this happen. Do you know that? Like, I know it. Like, no doubt in my mind, this house could be built by the end of the year or sooner. But first, you got to see it, Tam. And until you see it, till you believe that you can do it right now, just the way life is, the way that it is, and the way that it isn't, you won't have it. Because you're wishing and hoping and waiting for life to be something other than it is. But life is perfect right now. I know. So we'll just talk afterwards if you like. I know you don't like it when I be coming like this. And you know, but this Wednesday. So Wednesday is supposed to be like this, right, Tam? Wednesday is supposed to be like this. So look, y'all, Saturday, I'm having a conversation. My coach is coming back to my community. We're going to talk about the complaints that you have in your life. If you ever said, I'm not enough, people don't choose me, I don't never get support in what I need, life is not moving as quick as I wanted to, whatever the persistent complaint is, something that you hear yourself saying over and over and over and over and over again, I want you to come get that cleared up. And we're going to be working on it 10 o'clock a.m. I told you that StreamYard was not trying to let me broadcast to the page and also in the group and all the places at the same time. So I'm limited in my links that I can post because I can't post inside of the group, but I'm on my business page on my phone. So I don't have the link to post on my phone. So listen, if you want to come to the class, it's free, 10 o'clock a.m. Just say, send me the link. 10 o'clock a.m. on Saturday, free class, 90 minutes. We're going to get your complaints handled because you just don't know how much it's costing you to hold on to these complaints that you have in your life. But I promise you, it's costing you big. But here's the thing. That's the hard part. There's a payoff. There's a payoff. You is that a boxing glove, Tamu? There's a payoff. There's a payoff for your complaints. Like, your complaints make you either right, justified, you win, somebody loses, you dominate in somebody. Like, you do things to prove that this is a fact, when in actuality, you living in the world of make-believe with Mr. Rogers. But anyway, that's it. Put it in the chat. Knowing does not make a difference. Knowing does not make a difference. So go get your degrees, your educations, your certifications, and everything. But knowing ain't going to make the difference. Something else got to be brewing up in you in order to make the difference. And it ain't the knowing. It ain't the knowing. It's not your feelings. And it's not insights. Got it? It's called, you got to live in the world of performance. You got to live in the world of performance. Point blank and period. I love y'all. Always looking forward to serve you live at 5 Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Share this video. You need to share this video from this business page. So go to the business page and share the video. I'm doing a register to win Friday. Y'all know how we do. It's going to be from last Friday. All the people that shared from last Friday to today will be in the raffle. And I will be picking the winner and giving away something on Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 o'clock, live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey.